Pre-Colonial Language and Writing Systems of the Philippines, Baybayin and beyond. Long before the Spanish arrived, the peoples of the Philippine archipelago spoke in rich, diverse languages, and they wrote them down. Using their own scripts, the ancestors documented agreements, composed poetry, and preserved sacred knowledge. In this episode, we explore the language and writing systems of pre-colonial Filipinos, a legacy of literacy and cultural identity that endured despite centuries of colonial erasure. The Philippines was home to a web of languages rooted in the Austronesian family, shaped by migration, trade, and geography. Over time, these evolved into distinct tongues such as Tagalog, Kapampangan, Visayan, Ilocano, and others. Language served as more than communication. It reflected regional identity, influenced political alliances, and facilitated commerce between barangays. Traders often adapted to multiple languages to navigate the archipelago's diversity. Centuries of exchange introduced foreign vocabulary from Indian, Malay, and Chinese traders. Terms related to religion, governance, and daily life became embedded in local speech, enriching native languages with global influence. In the pre-colonial Philippines, writing was indigenous and widespread. Scripts such as Baybayin were developed to record thought, facilitate exchange, and preserve oral traditions in written form. Baybayin, the most widely documented script, was used in Tagalog-speaking areas and adapted by neighboring groups like the Ilocano and Bicolano. Its structure was syllabic. Each symbol combined a consonant and a vowel, modified by diacritical marks known as kudlit to alter vowel sounds. Other regional scripts also thrived. The Kulitan script of the Kapampangan was written vertically. The Visayans used Badlit, while the Surat Mangyan in Mindoro and Tagbanwa in Palawan continue to be used in some communities today. Writing materials included bamboo, tree bark, palm leaves, and clay, organic surfaces on which messages were carved or inked. Scripts were used by nobles, traders, and babaylan, who documented rituals and prayers or recorded matters of law and trade. Artifacts like the Laguna copperplate inscription and Calatagan pot confirm the existence of an established written tradition. Even early Spanish missionaries recognized this, printing texts such as the Doctrina Christiana in Baybayin alongside Latin script. Writing permeated pre-colonial life. It served legal, poetic, and ceremonial purposes, allowing communities to record transactions, express emotions, and transmit knowledge. Literacy extended beyond the ruling class. Both men and women were taught to read and write within their households and communities, passing down skills alongside customs and beliefs. Despite this, colonial accounts often dismissed native literacy, labeling Filipinos as uncivilized. These narratives ignored the reality of a literate society that thrived long before the introduction of European systems. Writing was both functional and sacred, used to communicate, connect, and give voice to the spiritual world. Though many original records were lost, this literacy left enduring echoes in tradition and collective memory. When the Spanish arrived in the 16th century, they encountered literate communities using scripts unfamiliar to them. Rather than preserve these, colonial authorities sought to replace them. Indigenous scripts were banned or discouraged, deemed incompatible with Christianity. Through missionary schools, the Roman alphabet was introduced, and over time, native writing systems were suppressed in favor of European literacy. Still, resistance persisted. In remote areas, the Mangyan and Tagbanwa communities preserved their writing traditions, passing them down beyond colonial reach. Their scripts remain among the last living examples of pre-colonial writing in daily use. Colonization marked a turning point. What was once a widespread and organic tradition was fragmented, reduced, and rewritten to serve colonial priorities. Today, Baybayin and other indigenous scripts are re-emerging as symbols of cultural resilience and identity. No longer confined to museums, they appear in art, clothing, signage, and digital platforms. Artists, educators, and advocates across the Philippines are leading a revival, reintroducing native scripts into schools, design, and public discourse. In doing so, they reclaim what colonization tried to erase. This movement is more than symbolic. It reconnects modern Filipinos to an ancient, literate past, affirming that cultural pride runs deeper than colonial narratives. From diverse languages to native writing systems, the Philippines' pre-colonial past reveals a tradition of literacy, creativity, and complexity. It's a legacy that continues to inspire and inform the present. What's your favorite Filipino language or script? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe for more episodes exploring the roots of Philippine culture and history. Stay curious, stay inspired, and see you in the next episode.